Hey guys, welcome back to Low Key Scale Models. I'm Bill. We're gonna do a little bit of bare metal foil today. I'm not gonna do it all on camera because I have a lot of it to do on this Impala. So I'll do some of it and then I'll finish the rest of it off camera. All right, just give me 1 second. Pause this. We'll get you up there and we'll get started. All right, guys. So for some of you that maybe haven't done bare metal foil before, I'm going to show you some of the things that I like to use. Regular drugstore Q-tips. You find them at Dollar General, like a pack of like 250 of them for like $2 or something. So those are always good to have around. And then just regular toothpicks. These are some, and I'll show you where I got these, what they're called, or I'll tell you where I got them. But they're like really hard, pointy, like little Q-tips. And these I got from Hobby Lobby. Here's the name of them. 50 of them for $3.99. So that you can get them at Hobby Lobby. This I use all the time doing bare metal foil. It has this really tiny like tip on the end, and then this end is silicone. You can get a whole set of these off of Amazon for $7-8, something like that. And then of course I have my favorite hobby knife with the brand new one, number 11 blade in it. And you're going to want yourself a good metal straight edge. And then, of course, the bare metal foil. Alright, so let's see what we can mess up on this thing. So I think we'll start with, we'll start going down this around the window and stuff first. So we'll, here we go. You always want to cut a little bit longer than you actually need. Alright, so you're going to need yourself a good pair of tweezers too. Something like that. A good sharp point on them. Because you're going to use this. I hope this doesn't glare back too much on you. You're going to use them to like pick up the edge. This is hard to do, to hold on to this. Carefully pick up. So you get that. And then burnish it down a little bit with your finger, and then use a Q-tip and then you'll want to make a relief cut like in this corner right here. You don't have to go like this. You can kind of go straight up a little bit. And then go back to your Q-tip and like roll it underneath. Where it'll come off inside of the car like that. Make sure it's in the camera. See how it's rolled over right there? And make sure it's burnished down really good. You can and don't push hard. because you don't want to tear it. And then when you do this, when you cut this, don't put any pressure on the blade, because like you don't want to cut through your color. Yeah, I gotta put my eye on my these things are amazing. If you don't have any, you have to buy some. They come with different lenses. You can get them off of Amazon. They have them in Hobby Lobby. And then you just let the tip of the blade, you just up here and make sure it's in camera or in frame. It's really super light. Like I got like zero pressure on it. I think I messed up, guys. I don't think I cut. I'll have to see. I don't think I cut where I wanted to. And then what I like to use a toothpick to like pick this back up, because it seems like you don't want to use something like this because it might gouge the paint. At least I don't. Take this little scrap of, because you're not going to be able to use it again. Once you peel this bare metal foil off of its backing, you have to use it or it won't. You're not going to be able to stick it back on. So make sure that when you're cutting your bare metal foil to put on here, you only cut what you're absolutely going to use at that particular moment, or that you may be able to place on someplace else on the car, because once you use it, you can't stick it back on. It won't stick again. Alright. Grab another little piece of this bare metal foil and go on the back part of that window. The nice part about doing this bare metal foil is you can do it in little sections and it will blend. Like this piece I'm going to put on will blend right back into that one, almost where you can't even see it. Sorry, my fingers are in the way. I'm trying to get this where I need it and get it lined up. Alright, there we go. And it's kind of weird. There's some guys that are they find this part with the bare metal foil kind of nerve-wracking. Something weird about it. I kind of enjoy it. I think next to painting, it's probably one of my favorite parts of building the model. And I just started recently doing bare metal foil. I think this is maybe my third car. But once you do it a few times, I mean, practice on something. If you have like for the new people that may not know this, a lot of us that have been building for a while, we have cars that we call mules. And they're if you want to, for testing paint theory on or something like that. Like when I first started doing bare metal foil, I didn't want to go right into doing it on a car that, you know, that I wanted to like complete like this one. So I did some practice on one of the mules, and that way if you mess up, no big deal, because you're using it for a learning tool, you know. So that's probably what I would recommend, is start on something that you don't care about wrecking. That way if you do wreck it, you're not at all the, first of all the work that you put into, you know, getting paint right or clear coat right or whatever, and then you go to do the bare metal foil and you monkey something up, and all your work that you put into it, no, it's all shot. So then you have to start over. So same when you're trying out a new paint process. Like I said in one of my other videos, this was painted with acrylic craft paint. And before I actually, before I actually tried to do it on a model that I cared about, I tried it on different models, and I think we're gonna do this. I don't think on the real car this whole thing. I actually think, let me grab this toothpick quick. I actually think this center section right here is painted body color, but after looking at this last night when I got home from work, I think I'm going to chrome all this, because this kind of, I mean, it's factory, but see, has this little bump right here. It kind of gives it, like, I think it gives it a convertible look, so I think I'm going to chrome, or bare metal foil all this so it looks chrome, and maybe it look like it's convertible top too. So, I don't know. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do this part next, and then this one. And then I'll probably finish the rest of it off camera and bring you guys back in when it's all done, and we'll take a look at it. So, alright, let's do this one. Even when you guys cut the bare metal foil on the backing on this here, don't press down real hard, because you don't want to cut through the paper. And this this bare metal foil is like, I mean, it is literally like the thickness of like aluminum foil, so it doesn't take a lot to cut through it. Repositions, you want to miss some. I think I cut it too short. Yep, well, I don't really have no place to use this. Yeah, I do. Because, see, you can still use it this way, you just can't put it back in the paper, so it's going to be overkill, but we'll cover that door handle with it. These can be kind of tricky, so you really want to take your time cutting around these. Make sure you got it burnished down good. Pick out all the details right away before you decide to start cutting. You probably can't see this real good. I'll show you. Once I get it all burnished down, I'll show you before I start cutting it. Alright. Hopefully that's in focus. So then we're just going to carefully cut around that. Like super carefully. Start with this round part first here, and just take your time. Don't rush it, and trust the process. I had a really hard time learning that, to take my time doing things, because, like, you know, you get excited and you want to like hurry up and see what it looks like, and then you rush and something goes haywire and something gets messed up, and then, let's be honest, you're pissed off, and rightfully so, because you stuck all this time into looking at make it look nice, and you're super proud of it, and then you got to do something over again. And believe me, I've been there more than once. You may notice some of the, like, I don't know if you can see it right here. There's some flat spots. The reason for those is because I did a wet sand on this first, and then I'm going to do the bare metal foil, and then I'm going to put another coat of clear on it. So after you get it right there, some of it might lift like a little bit, like right there. That's fine. Just go through with a toothpick or something and just reburnish it back down. If you use a toothpick though, again, be very careful because you got the point of this going towards your clearing your paint. You don't want to put a gouge in there. Alright, there we go. There's the door handle. I'm going to cut a new piece right here. We'll do that, and then I'm going to do the rest of it off camera, and we'll come back and I'll show you all the bare metal foil put on. One more little piece here. This bare metal foil is actually pretty cheap. And make sure when you, from watching other content creators, that's how I know about this. Make sure when you buy this, it says new and improved chrome, because they changed the adhesive backing on it. I guess the stuff originally, way before I started using it, didn't stick that good. But I got this at my local hobby shop. Retail is $8.99. They had it on sale for $7.50. So even retail price isn't bad. And it's the sheet is 6x11. You can see it right there. So it's actually, I like using it. I was painting things in with silver Sharpies and Malantol pens, and I still use Malantol pens. So don't get me wrong. Like, I'll probably use them for these SS emblems in the back. So I think that would be too hard to try to bare metal foil. I may use them for the side emblems here just because I think it'd be too hard to try to bare metal foil that. I was watching. Oop, see that? I have to take the. You can take this back off of here; it'll stick back on. But see how I missed part of the. Oop, sorry, I wasn't in frame. Did I get that tilted far enough? You can see white right there. There we go. See that white? Right there. I would have totally missed that with the bare metal foil. So I have to take and peel it off and pull it this way a little bit. So you can do that on the model. You just can't put it back on the paper. Yeah, there we go. I think that'll work. Alright. And then you just burnish it down real good again, and then make sure you cut those relief cuts in, because otherwise it'll tear. And I'm going to chrome this too, so I'm going to try to hit this like somewhere down in the middle like that. And right there. And then just take this piece and wrap it up inside the car like that. And let it fold over. One that'll hold it in place for you. Make a little relief cut there. Maybe there. And then again, just wrap it inside the car. Then go ahead and finish burnishing down where the seams are at. Gotta tuck that in there. Make another relief cut right there. you want to make sure you burnish down in the, like this is actually the part of the door. So make sure you burnish that down good. And then right here there's another, we'll call it a character line. That's actually the trim for the windshield. So you want to make sure you burnish that down to give, so it gives separation and definition between everything. Because we're gonna, this is the part I tried showing you in the video before, and I realized that the angle was like really out of wonky and you couldn't see what I was trying to show you. See this white right, let me look at the camera a bit, right here. That's the part that I said in the previous video when I painted this that I was gonna have to touch it up, but then I went and did some research. There's a piece right here that's actually chrome on the real car, so that is no big deal. We're gonna bare metal foil all this and that'll be covered up too. So just wanted to point that out. It was in the last video. Oop, almost messed up. Alright, I'm going to pick this one little piece off, and well, actually I'll pick this one off and then oop. Alright, I'll cut this little piece out, then I'll finish the rest of it off camera. Like I said, if I did all this bare metal foil on camera, this video would be about 3 hours long. Well, okay, it wouldn't be 3 hours, but so there we go. That's what we got so far. I'm going to trim that out a little bit, but alright, so I'm going to pause this. I'll finish this off camera and we'll come back when it's done. Alright guys, so here it is. Here's the bare metal foil put on the Impala. I'm going to do that side marker badge and the SS with the Molotov pen. It didn't come out too bad. There's definitely room for improvement. Like right there, I should have I learned the importance of sanding the trim before you put the bare metal foil on, because it does indeed show up everything underneath. So, but this is my first one doing this much bare metal foil, so it was a learning experience, but overall it came out decent. The Impala's down the side came out really well. So yeah, I got the back end painted in. One of my viewers had mentioned that that's how that panel is supposed to be painted in, so I got to finish doing the taillights and whatnot when it dries. But all right, give me 1 second. All right, guys. Well, thanks for following along with the series, and I did put a short up this week. Just a reminder that ring the bell. Actually, hang on. I'm going to pause this for 1 second. Let me pull this up on my laptop and make sure I tell you the right information. Hey guys, this is what I wanted to show you. This is one of my newest subscribers. So when you go to somebody's channel and you go like this and you click on this bell, see right here where it says all? You click that and it's going to turn the bell black. And that way every time somebody you're subscribed to uploads a new video, it will alert you. It'll send you a message that they uploaded new content. So that's what I was trying to explain in that that short video that I put up. So hang on one second again. All right. So that, and then the other thing is when you watch a YouTube channel, whether it's mine, somebody else's, whatever, make sure you watch the videos in their entirety, because the algorithm picks up on, it's called viewer retention, and it's how long the viewer stays to watch that particular video. And that's, the YouTube algorithm reads all of that. So if you don't watch the video in its entirety, then it shows that there was no interest in that video, and then all of a sudden it gets kicked back to the end of the line, and it can actually end up hurting the channel, you know, more than helping it. So I don't want to come off sounding like greedy, like, hey, if you're gonna watch my videos, make sure you watch it all. It's just some information for you guys, you know, that maybe you're new to watching YouTube videos or whatever. So, all right, that's all I have for this one. Thanks to my current subscribers. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Make sure you hit a thumbs up. Leave me a comment, because that all helps with the algorithm too. Even if you don't like my videos, give me a thumbs down. I'm fine with that. I'm fine if you give me constructive criticism in the comments. I mean, because that's all stuff that the algorithm picks up on. So let me know in the comments if there's something else that I can, because I'm new to this YouTube stuff. I'm only a month old, so there's a lot I have to learn, a lot that I want to learn. So, you know, leave me some comments. Let me know what you guys want to see, what you think I should improve, how I can improve it. And, you know, like I said in my first video or second video, let's go on this model journey together. And all right, so I'm going to stop rambling now, but I do appreciate all of you. I appreciate all of your support, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll catch you in the next video. Be well, my friends. Bye.